Your 55th birthday may be your ticket to a Social Security disability approval. I'm Jonathan Ginsberg. I'm a Social Security disability attorney. I represent clients in all 50 states, from Maine to California. I'm able to do that because the default right now is that all disability hearings are done by phone or video. Your location, my location really doesn't matter. It's all done virtually, again, by phone or video. I want to talk to you today about the importance of your age in a disability case, especially when you're age 55 or older. I've noticed a trend in the last few years, and that is that claimants over age 55 tend to have a huge advantage when it comes to getting approved for Social Security disability. I have not seen statistics, but I'm guessing that the percentage of claimants who are over 55 are probably 70% approved, whereas nationally, just overall in general, the approval rate for disability claimants at hearings is about 45% in 2023. At least that's the last year we have statistics for. In 2022, by the way, it was about 51%, so it's gone down some. But again, at age 55, it is a lot easier to win, and I think there's several reasons for that. One is that Social Security feels a lot of pressure from Congress to preserve the Social Security Trust Fund. And obviously, if you're age 55 or older, you're fairly close to that retirement Social Security, which would be at 65 or 66 or 67, depending on your age and your birth date. But the point is that you're pretty close to that. That's a different trust fund. So judges are a lot more comfortable believing that somebody who's age 55, 57, they're probably pretty close to retirement. It's much less of a drain on the trust fund, whereas a person who's 30 years old could be claiming disability for the next 35 years. And again, there's political pressure on Congress, from Congress to Social Security to limit that. There's also a narrative, I think a false narrative in Congress, that a majority of people filing for disability are doing so, they're exaggerating their claims or they're outright committing fraud. Again, I don't think that's true, but certainly a person who's 30, 35 years old, the perception is that person should be able to recover from most things fairly quickly or find another job or get retrained, whereas when you're 55 or 60, a lot more difficult to do that. So I think there's a lot of different reasons for that. The main reason, though, that I think that people over 55 have a big advantage is the grid rules. And if you don't know what that is, I've got a website devoted to it called gridrules.net, GRIDRULES.net. And the grid rules also called the medical-vocational guidelines, and they're set out in the form of a grid. That's why they call them the grid rules. Basically, they look at your age, your education, your past work, and it's a shortcut. It changes the definition of disability. If you're 35 years old to win disability, you have to prove you cannot do any job at all. Under the grid rules at age 55, you're disabled even if you could do light work. And light work is defined as standing and walking for 6 hours a day at work, lifting 20 pounds occasionally at work. Obviously, if you have a bad back problem, knee problem, shoulder problem, lifting 20 pounds is going to be a real problem. Standing for 6 hours is going to be a problem. So it really changes significantly the definition of disability, and it's a lot easier to win. A lot of jobs in the economy are light jobs. Many of them require a certain amount of standing and lifting, and so if you're 55 and you are limited to light work, you can be found disabled. And really, another way to look at this would be Social Security would have to prove you can do medium work. That's lifting up to 50 pounds and occasionally to find you not disabled. And again, if you've got a herniated disc or a badly bulging disc, or you've had shoulder replacement or bilateral carpal tunnel surgery, I think it's a pretty reasonable argument to say that lifting more than 20 pounds or lifting even 20 pounds is a real problem. Now, the grid rules are specifically for people with what they call exertional limitations, physical limitations. You cannot use the grid rules if you have depression or anxiety or PTSD. They only apply when you have physical limitations. But realize that a lot of people who have even mental health issues, they may also have some physical issues. And even if you don't have physical issues. Over 55, the idea of retraining yourself to learn new computer systems, that becomes more difficult as well. And I think there is a bias built into the Social Security disability system to say that anybody over age 55 is going to have a hard time getting back into a workforce. So bottom line is, if you're 53 or 54, you can still win. The grids do apply there, but you have to prove more. But if you're close to 55 and you can hang on at work until after 55, then it might make sense to do that, and then you can get a faster approval. I've seen situations where people at 55 get approved at the administrative level at initial recon within 2 or 3 or 4 months after filing for disability. So it's a lot easier to win at that point. So I think that this is really, again, another reason why being age 55 makes a big difference. And I think that if you are getting close to that, you have a medical problem, significant medical problem, I think it's worth thinking about pursuing disability. Visit me on my live stream every week, every Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. I go live on my YouTube channel, and visit me online at ssdanswers.com. Get a free case evaluation, or download my Secret Soaring Disability Survival Kit. I hope you found this useful, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thanks a lot. Hi, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to know more about how to win your Social Security disability case, I'd like to invite you to download my Secrets to Getting Approved Early Survival Kit that I created just for people like you. Currently, I'm making the survival kit available at no cost, and I encourage you to grab your copy now. Some of the topics I cover include: how do I know if I have a case? Is it the right time for me to file my claim? 9 common mistakes that can doom your case. The 3 must-have arguments you use to win your case. And a topic that every disability claimant wants to know: how to avoid trick questions from the judge. If you or a loved one need to win Social Security disability benefits, you'll find the Survival Kit essential reading. Download your Survival Kit right now and at no cost. Just visit ssdanswers.com/survival and sign up. It's that easy. Please act now. And as always, I wish you the best.